Is it recording? Oh, sorry. Hi, it's Jordan. I sounded so deep then. Sorry. Basically, today I wanted to talk to you about something that is really getting on my nerves at the moment. It's I was on Twitter last night and it was all over Twitter. Has been for a couple of days now. It's about One Direction versus One Direction, like our English One Direction that are world famous versus this little kind of, not being mean to them, but kind of geeky, scrawny group that are hardly known. And basically the US One Direction, and I know that even US Directioners, if you're like me, like love the boys so much, you'd probably know how I feel at the moment. But they basically want our One Direction to change their name because apparently they created their group first. But so One Direction might be charged with like £600,000, and then they might have to change their name. They might be forced to, and I don't know, because like no Directioner has actually been kind of counted in like kind of no one's been able to say their say. Basically, it's kind of just the government's decision. And I was looking, and to be honest, they say that they're going to be like charged and everything, but these boys, this One Direction from X Factor, they were made first. Their YouTube account was on YouTube a year before the US One Direction, and they've got so many more followers. They've got like over 2 million followers and each, and on their normal page. And these other boys have 211 followers. I know One Direction fans that have more than that. It's like, it's just stupid. And like, I don't usually moan at things. I don't really like causing arguments and moaning at stuff, but why? What? It doesn't make sense. I was so annoyed last night. I was like sat there and I was like, no, this isn't happening. This isn't happening. I mean, these One Directions from X Factor, they have, I'm going to call the other ones 1D because I don't even like saying their name, even though it's the name of my most favourite people in the whole wide world. I don't care. So, our One Direction, they've like, with their song What Makes You Beautiful, they made so many more girls like around the world just feel good about themselves. And like, I'm unhappy with myself. I get spots and my hair doesn't fall perfectly unless it's straightened to death. Like, I hate my eyebrows, I hate my thighs, One Direction made me feel so much more better about myself. These other boys haven't done anything. It's like, what is going on with the world? Like, we're all Directioners, and then they're the One Direction. But could you imagine, like, because people are saying, oh, they should be called the Brits, they should be called Niall and the Potatoes. Could you imagine them being up on stage and you chanting the Brooks or Niall and the Potatoes? It's not right. They didn't make us feel special about ourselves. One Direction made us feel special about ourselves, and they can't be called anything else. Like, if you think about it, the other band, One Direction, haven't got any merchandise. They had an album on iTunes, but I think it's like signed as something because no one bought it or something. And then there's these boys that have sold millions of copies of CDs to girls around the whole world. They've been on tours around the world. They've worked up to their success and fame. They've like done all of these so amazing things, and they've won Brit Awards and they're in top of the charts and stuff. And people are saying that they're going to get sued because of some knobs that have like flown down from planet Knobland and landed on Earth and tried to take it over. It's not fair. It won't work. No, I don't think it's going to work. I think they'll get laughed at, to be honest. I mean, I think everyone's taking it seriously at the start, but I think that once they kind of, I think my best friend's here. Oh well, I'm just going to carry on talking anyway. My mum will answer the door. I think they might still get charged, but I don't think that they're gonna have to change their name. I don't think they would, even if they had to. I mean, the other bands should really change their name because they were invented after One Direction, and they only decided to start like suing our boys when they got really famous. My voice is gone weird. And I don't think that's fair. I think they're just jealous. And also they were saying on their blog about how, because I read it on this news article, they're saying on their blog about how they don't have much money and everything, and then One Direction and that they want half One Direction's profits. They didn't make any of the music. They didn't contribute to it. They were made after our One Direction, and they're just doing this to get money, I think. And I think it'll all backfire on them, to be honest. And they're so lucky that us Directioners don't know where they live. Because if I knew where they lived, I'd personally fly over to America and beat them all up with carrots. Don't mess with me. Especially not to One Direction. But yeah, that's all for today. Leave your comments below on what you think, and also you can follow me on Twitter. I know you can't really read that. It's the @ and then number 1 DIRECTIONER for EV. I hope that they get to keep their name. I really do, because if they don't, I'll be very depressed. I love you, One Direction. And yeah, leave your comments below on what you think on the subject. Bye.